Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So, Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez has been announced. Right, it's official. It's going to happen. So, Jerome Boots Innes initially declined the offer from Teofimo Lopez. Lopez calling him out very loud, very brashly, saying he wanted to fight Boots Innes. Boots doesn't seem interested. I'm not sure if he wants to unify the welterweight division, as he said before. But Boots is looking bad, man. Boots is looking bad. This is the second time he's declined the fight that the fans wanted. And, you know, he's like, kind of like, the fans are coining him Puss in Boots now. This is his new nickname. And when the people wanted Boots to step up, right, step up and defend the honour of the black community after Teofimo Lopez was dragging Terence Crawford, Boots declined, right? So I've got to see you lot make some videos about Boots declining. Not only that, right? This is the reason why I don't get involved in these race debates back and forth, especially when one of these fighters comes out and says something. Like Ryan Garcia said something about a year ago after the Haney fight, and you know the Haney fans were incensed. They went crazy because obviously Devin Haney took a vicious beating at the hands of Ryan Garcia, and after that they just felt so sore. So anything Ryan was coming out with, they were just like, you know, shadowing Ryan for every bit of information and news just to drag him and put him down, you know. So anyway, Ryan Garcia said a few things that he obviously shouldn't have said, you know, and then, you know, he got called a bit racist and stuff like that, and the fans were on him. Teofimo Lopez is a persistent repeat offender of this same offence, and he's been dragging Terence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis, I believe, Keyshawn Davis, Richardson Hitchens. These guys, he's been, you know, he's been making comments and stuff like that. So anyway, Boots didn't step up. So we got the age-old fight that should have happened a couple of years back, good few years back, is Teofimo Lopez versus Devin Haney. Now, some of the fans are not happy about this because they feel like Devin Haney is going to lose to another white boy. Because Devin Haney came out famously and says, "I'll never lose to a white boy." And, you know, he lost to Ryan Garcia. Now he's going to be fighting Teofimo Lopez. And a lot of people wanted Boots do the job, but Boots declined. And a lot of people feel that Devin's not going to go in there and defend the honour. Devin's looking for a payday because he can't get that Ryan fight. A lot of people felt like he should have fought Rolly or, you know, someone else, maybe Subriel Matias. But no, he wants that Teofimo Lopez fight. But to tell you the truth, Devin's always wanted this fight. He's always wanted this fight. So I'm not going to say, oh, well, you know, he's always wanted this fight against Teo. But the problem is Devin Haney's new style, right? The new style is he's become a runner, right? What people don't want to see is Devin Haney get in there with Teofimo Lopez and try and run a marathon. That's what we don't want to see. We want to see some engagement. Is Devin Haney going to engage with Teofimo Lopez, right? This is going to be the battle of the fathers. Teofimo Lopez Sr. versus Bill Haney, right? Two of those guys have brought those sons up to become champions. I see it as Lopez is a decent trainer, right? Lopez Sr. is a decent trainer. Bill Haney, I think he's kind of winging it a bit. And it showed in the Ryan Garcia fight when he looked real bad, when he didn't know what to say to his son and Devin didn't know how to block the left hook and whatever. So I think Bill doesn't want a situation like that before because he was thoroughly embarrassed, right, during that whole situation, even though he didn't come out and admit it. And that's one of the reasons why I have a problem with Bill. And I think, Bill, you got to stand up like a man, yeah, because everything else you do is like a man, you know. You bring your son up, you brought him forward, you protect him, whatever, but you still got to admit the mistakes, right? John Fury is an absolute weapon, right? I don't know that's what we say over here in the UK. But there are times when he comes out and admits, listen, my son wasn't ready. His physique was bad. He needs a bit of muscle. He's not training right. You know, see, that's big John Fury. Comes out and says it as it is. We don't get this from Bill Haney. Bill Haney's like, my son can do nothing wrong. Devin's 100%. Right? We know that's not true because no one's 100% real human beings. But anyway, listen, before I ramble on and I forget about the task at hand and what I was about to say, who the fuck gave Edgar Berlanga the N-word pass? You guys over there in the States are crying about Teofimo Lopez, you're crying about Ryan Garcia, and then a week later, I see Edgar Berlanga on the stage with Hamza Shiraz N-wording it out, man. N-wording it out. This, that, yo, N-word, blah, blah. I'm like, what the fuck? That's what I'd give Edgar Berlanga if he came up to me and started using the N-word. That's what you'd get. He'd get a cold, hard slap in the face. Who gave Edgar Berlanga the pass to use the N-word? You over there, you over there in the States. Which one of you gave him that pass? You're crying about Teo, you're crying about Ryan, but then Edgar Berlanga can use it however he wants. Because a lot of you guys know if you saw Edgar Berlanga, you wouldn't do shit. Right? Because he'd be mobbed up with the terror squad and that, and you guys can't do shit. But you feel like, oh, Ryan Garcia. When we see Ryan, we're going to jump on him. That's what you guys are thinking. Obviously, Ryan's got a load of security guards around him and stuff like that, so you can't get nowhere near him. And obviously, Teo, his father and that. But like, Berlanga, no one's saying shit about him, are they? So come on, what's with the double standards? I want to see you guys make videos and stuff like that, and maybe get in somebody at 168 who can fight Berlanga to shut his mouth about with this N-word business. What are you lot saying? Anyway, enough said. Do us a favour, smash a like button, hit that bell for notifications to get all the new and latest videos. Okay, welcome back to the channel.